What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. Well, I hope you aren't expecting Joker Badger DLC, because I'm afraid, my friends, you're not getting anything. You're getting this still. You are still getting trans Mrs. Freeze, but according to Jason Schreier, who totally doesn't think anything has to do with Sweet Baby Inc., we're not getting any more support from Rocksteady. The Rocksteady that I just reported a couple days ago, in all likelihood, is going to be shuttered, and its people move to other places. And the Rocksteady that, of course, is not the Rocksteady that we know and love, because most of the people that were talented have left and gone on to better things. So here we go. A new report claims that Rocksteady is cutting back its support for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League after the game failed to attract an audience and could not sustain the few players that did purchase it. I wonder why. Could it be because, amongst other, and the first DLC, my favorite personally,
Hello, Batman. I'm non-binary now.
and then of course the aforementioned Mrs. Freeze that's going to come out. That's going to be great. And also love that the latest report from that Jason Schreier is that in the wake of all of the claims of why it was a failure, he failed to mention that and blamed it on a constantly shifting vision, a culture of rigid perfectionism, because that's what it was, and a genre pivot that was ill-suited for the studios. Like, bro, you killed Batman, which fine in and of itself, because he's going to go on to say that the former lead of Rocksteady, that was always the plan, it was that you made it the Arkham Knight Batman, specifically the Arkham version, which means now anytime you play those games, you know he ends up getting shot in the face by Harley, and obviously ignored all of the Sweet Baby Inc. influence as well. Of note, Schreier did not mention the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam curation list, which is the second most popular list on Steam with nearly 400,000 followers, and obviously it's what started this whole hubbub off. It's what pissed off Sweet Baby Inc., this curation list, enough to call out Cabrutus, Rambo, and try and dox them and get the site reported. And and here we are. Here we are. Yeah. Here we go. Nevertheless, Schreier claims that Rocksteady is only providing bare bones support. That was, of course, his article where he tried to say that, oh, no, it wasn't the Sweet Baby Inc. It was those are all angry hallucinations created by grifters. Yeah, we imagined it. We imagined the under 200 player base, person player base at some points. No, yeah. So bare bones support is what apparently will be coming. So does the penultimate paragraph infer that the game is no longer in development? Are they even going to release additional seasons? Because remember, they were trying to say it's going to be multiple seasons of these horrible, probably God knows what they had in the pipeline. I'm sure a female Scarecrow, female and gay of all the characters. Some bare bones support. Definitely not as much as they'd originally planned. So not only is Rocksteady allegedly only supplying bare-bones support for the game, but Schreier claimed in his original report that the company's employees are now helping to develop a new director's cut version of Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, which I did play and I did enjoy. I played it once for each of the houses. But that's just because I'm a super big Harry Potter fan. And if you are, I totally do recommend that game. And for a first run, what I wanted, an open world, third person story narrative Harry Potter game. Yeah, DEI tax is paid, but it's not as bad as some games. However, he did note that the company is planning to pitch a new single player game, which would return Rocksteady to its roots. Highly doubted. Press X to doubt. The report from Schreier comes in the wake of the rumor from Vara Dark, claiming, of course, that Warner Brothers might shut down Rocksteady following the game's poor performance. She detailed Warner Brothers is internally talking about closing Rocksteady or having their 250 employees after Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's bomb. I have heavily covered Warner Brothers games and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League since release because of what it represented for Warner Brothers games and a beloved franchise. When it was greenlit, we were seeing a giant scramble for studios to create live service games, and this one released too late. Plus, the content did not resonate. What a polite way to say the content. Yes. The murderous ruination of all of the Justice League and the pissing on their corpse, literally, in the case of Flash at least, did not resonate. Yes. Further, she noted Rocksteady Studios co-founders and studio heads also departed the company back in 2022. Rocksteady is a shell of the company it used to be, and we saw this happen recently with the Embracer Group and Volition, a company that had 30 years of experience under their belt, and it sounds as though Warner Brothers is planning to pull the plug on Rocksteady too. They have no other games publicly announced, and there does not seem to be any confidence in them anymore. Even back in 2016, we got the Batman Arkham VR game that was developed by Rocksteady, and the new Batman Arkham Shadow VR game is being done by Camouflage. And you know what bullshit that is? Is that Batman Arkham Shadow is an actual like sequel to Arkham Origins, which I love, even though it's like the black sheep of the Arkham games for whatever. It's probably because it's not Kevin Conroy and it's a different development studio, but whatever. I still think it's great. And now, just like Half-Life, with Half-Life Alyx, instead of getting an actual sequel that we can all play, it's a VR, which at least now, stop trying to make it happen. It's not going to happen right now. We're already in a virtual reality simulation. Let me have my third person shit in my VR, my real VR here that we all live in. He said a week after the game released, of course, Amy tries to take the moral high ground here, but the truth is that the damage is done, and what her and her team over at Sweet Baby has done to Suicide Squad, not to mention other games like Spider-Man 2 and more, everything they touch lessens and cheapens the stories and characters with them. It's gotten so bad that the name Sweet Baby is all but considered a taboo. Oh no, it is a taboo term. Yes, it's just as bad as when customers label a product as woke now. Now, openly stating your game has any relations to Sweet Baby has become code for people to avoid that product entirely. And shout out to Sweet Baby Inc. Detected and DEI Detected. They are doing the Lord's work. And yeah, here you go. Look at this. It's like taking a day or two ago. 233 players right now fail. Sorry. And the only time it did have slight peaks is when people were going back to see like when the Joker non-binary Joker came out. Everyone was checking it out. And yeah, basically they go on to blame everything but what it was. Failed game, like games as a service. Oh, horrible decision with horrible design elements, and just it was never gonna. You didn't even make a good Suicide Squad, and no one was going to actually want to full-on kill the Justice League, even if apparently Kevin Conroy is coming back as another version of Batman. So there's still some things in the pipe, but maybe they abandoned that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub if you have done that. Thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well,